Hey party people, welcome to another episode of Kate's Paints, where today we are going to be painting his face. This one right here, this is the done part, and it is specially for you gals with hooded eyes like myself. So a hooded eye is actually where the skin up here hangs down over your eyelid a little, and it gets worse with age. Sometimes you see that dream makeup technique and it don't work on you because your eyes cover it all up, like mine. So, today I'm going to show you some sweet techniques for working around that. You can adapt most makeup techniques with these few helpful little tips. So, first things first, cover up that skin. Okay, skin, lips, eyebrows, contour, highlight, done. So now we're just going to work out how to make these hooded little peepers into big, wide, beautiful, big peepers. First thing I like to do is line just with a pencil. As you can see, this is my fave pencil because it's teeny weeny. So we're just going to do the top of that eye there. And I get a little bit of the bottom too. Don't panic if it's a bit rough because this is just like a base coat. And I always like to pull my eye, otherwise I always get like crinkly bits. Everyone's got their own little techniques to that one. Beautiful. Next thing we need is our first kind of eyeshadow colour. So I'm using my Kryolan palette today, well used as you can see. So I'm going to start with the silver. If you want like a really dark, deep smoky kind of punk rock and roll kind of smoky eye, then I would start with your darkest colour and go with black. But we're not going to go too intense today, so we'll start with the nice silver here. And I'm just going to pop that over most of my lid there, just kind of up to the socket kind of area, or just over. And the other one. As you can see, I'm using like a decent size flat brush for this part. I use these most of the time. So I'm just going to do a little underneath just to smudge in that dark bit of eyeliner, and you can pull that most of the way across. And don't be afraid to go down a little bit as well, because it's always just going to create a nice bit of smoky drama. So the next thing we're going to do is our kind of socket line. So I'm going to use this one here. It's a nice kind of medium grey tone. So this one I'm using like a rounder brush. It's called a socket brush. So I am going to kind of line out my socket there. This part is the key to anyone with really hooded eyes like myself. You want to pull it kind of outside of your crease line, otherwise you are just not going to see it. So it may look like you're turning yourself into a raccoon at this stage, but don't panic, we'll get there together. Okay, don't worry about you blending too much just yet, we're just tracing out a line. I always kind of tip my head up a little bit and just see how even we're looking. They look fairly even, so that's a good start. Then I'm going to just trace that darker colour underneath, only to about halfway. We don't want to pull it out too far. And then we just look like we have black eyes. It's not attractive. Cool, so at this stage we may be a little liney. but that's what blending is for. So I'm going to go back to my original lid colour, this nice silver here, and I'm going to get a bit of a fluffier brush. It's still kind of flat, but it's nice and soft and really good for blending. So I'm just going to use that to go slightly over the edge of what I've just done. I don't want to go right up to my eyebrow, but I'm nearly there. And then we just blend that through under there. Rub-a-dub-dub. Okay, it's not in a tub. And you'll see it's starting to come together now because we have blend. Don't forget to get this bit in here. We can't have a line there. It's not cool. So, the next thing I'm going to do is just brighten up the inside corner of my eye here. So I'm just going to use this white colour here, or you can use like a highlighter. So this one's a highlighter that I clearly use a lot if I want a little bit more drama. Today I'll just do the white, just to keep it simple. Just open that eye up a little bit. I'm using that same kind of blendy brush. I don't need like super coverage on it. You can pull that under a little if that's your thing, but don't be afraid to blend that white right in. Sometimes you can pull it right over the lid if you really want to. Oh, fabulous. Looking good. Okay, so then I'm just going to get this white again and I'm going to pull it right up to my eyebrow for the ultimate blend. Okay, feel free to stop there with the shadow, or to kick it up a little, we can add a little bit more depth. So I'm going to go in with my black here, and I'm just going to add it to my socket line, just very, very gently. And you got to be careful because it's easy to ruin your nice kind of blend. So I just start by drawing a wee line through around just there on my crease. Just on the very outside, don't go too far in. And then I'm just going to add just a little bit under the eye, because we're not here to muck around. We're here to be seen. Righto, get back in there with your floofy brush, with your blendy brush, get back to your medium grey, blow that off so that your face does not get splattered in it, and just gently blend. Dabbing is always a safe option. Because we don't want to rub it off. We just want to smudge it in. Introduce it to the party. Oh yeah. I like. If you need to go back with your silvery colour, just to get rid of any lines that you might see, feel free. So when it comes to your liquid eyeliners, when I'm doing myself, I prefer the kind of pen situation here. I just find it easier for some reason, just the angle, I think it is. If I'm doing someone else's, then I prefer these guys in the bottle. I can't tell you why, but it just works better for me. So today we'll stick with this since I'm doing myself. Okay, time for the horrifying fun. Pull that skin. So the reason why I always do the black eyeliner pencil before I do anything else is because that kind of gives you like a line to follow, makes it quite foolproof. So if you do mess it up, it's like you've got a blurry darkness going on there anyway, so it will kind of stop any like gaps, or if your line is not perfectly smooth, it will help with that as well. Just make everything look a little bit more professional. Right, so when it comes to the flick, this is not fun. If you have hooded eyes, you'll quite often spend forever trying to make a beautiful little flick, and then you open your eyes properly and look at yourself and you can't even see it because your skin is hiding it. So the way that I get around that is that I look at myself in the mirror dead on, and I find a point and I put a tiny little dot where I want my flick to go, where I know that I'm going to see it. So that is about there today. So I've got a little dot now, and then I'm going to pull my skin, and it's going to look like it's in the most ridiculous spot. But that's okay, that's why we drew a dot there. And you just join it up to the rest of your eye. And I like to fill that little bit in myself. And then you can kind of come back and make it a little thicker. Smooth out any lumps and bumps. But I'm pretty happy with that. Just adds that little bit of extra sexy to your eyes. So then you just need to have a good look at yourself and try and see if they are even. Sometimes just changing the angle can help you see if they're even. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. For that final little bit of Get It Girl, we just need a mascara. I am using my Dior today, and I love this stuff. It is so good. I got it as a present, and it just does the job. If you're going to something really fancy, this is the time. Uh-oh. This is the time that you would put your fake lashes on. But that is a whole nother video, I tell ya. That shit takes time to learn. Okay, so we're done really. This is the look. I feel like you could hardly really tell that you have hooded eyes because you get the full drama that girls without hooded eyes can get. You just got to know how to use your stuff. Okay, so to run over those basics, the main things for you girls with your hooded eyes is that you make sure that you push your darkness out a lot further than just your sockets. So we are just pretending that we have one a little higher. Don't forget with your eyeliner, your liquid eyeliner, that you need to get that dot on your face before you start trying to make lines, because I tell you what, as soon as you put your normal face back on, rather than your makeup face, which is this, your line is going to be like down here. I'm not even kidding. So make sure you look at yourself with a normal face, draw your dot, get your line to it, and just fill it in from there. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you learned something. If you are a girl that does not have hooded eyes and your eyes are perfect, you lucky thing, then you can adapt the same technique. You just don't need to go as high with your socket color. You just keep it in your actual socket. And eyeliner, similar situation. You just have an easier job. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video today, please subscribe. There's going to be heaps more coming your way just like this. I am going to try my darndest to get a video out to you guys every week on Monday to Wednesday, somewhere in that gap, as best I can. Please subscribe, watch my videos, enjoy. Thank you so much.